These are the classes I took while getting my MBA at Stanford. They'll seem to love this content. Anyway, so this is the first fall quarter. So most of the classes are decided for you, but you get to decide the level. So if you've done like business on an undergrad or a very analytical job, you don't have to take the beginner courses. So the first one, global financial reporting. This is advanced accounting. So this is actually how you compare accounting systems between different economies. Second is modeling for investment management. This is like modeling that's used at hedge funds. It's like pretty applied math. Honestly, that was very hard. Ethics. It was ethics. Managing groups and teams. This is like your week one class that you do together. It's not, really that in depth. Lead labs is interesting. You get placed in a group of 5. You're mentored by someone in the year above. And then every week you go over a different case study and you all take different roles and you see how to influence each other and like try new styles of leadership. Then there's optimization and simulation modeling. These are taught by these like legends that actually built a lot of the original tools in Excel and teach you how to use them to solve optimization problems. And the last one is managerial skills, which is kind of like this case-based class where it's a lot of cold calling from a practitioner out in the world. And ours was this very intimidating and powerful woman CEO who grilled us constantly. And in winter, reminder, these are 10-week quarters. So this is how many classes you can take over 10 weeks. I took CS 106A, which is the Intro to Computer Science class for all Stanford undergrads. So I was with a bunch of undergrads. Then took corporations, finance, and governance in the global economy. This is a finance class where every week they go over a different topic in finance. And remember, like one week, the Marriott CFO came and gave us all free status for the year. Then you have freedom, democracy, and capitalism, which is taught by the former chair of the National Economic Council. And he really responds to what's going on in the world every week and also brings in all of our international classmates' perspectives on those topics and like how does it actually influence our modern society. It's not like a conservative or liberal class. He really brings out all perspectives. Then there's people operations from startup to scale up. So this is taught by the former CFO of Dropbox, a VC, and then a researcher on people topics. And they essentially start when a company is incorporated. And then as the company grows, every week you talk about the people issues that come up and how they would deal with it. Then there's a managerial economics, which is, just an economics class. This guy is like actually so world-renowned, and the fact that they had him teaching us managerial economics was like a really bad use of his time. Product launch. Honestly, if you're ever around amazing marketers, like you just learn just how much of a craft marketing is, and product launch is how you bring product to market. Organizational behavior. So this is pretty much psychology, and they go through a lot of these really interesting studies that essentially just like flip everything you know about people on their head and like how that impacts how you are in the workforce. And then business intelligence from big data. So this is the advanced data class, and it is a lot of machine learning. If you notice, I also just X'd out all my grades because Stanford has grade non-disclosure. We do have grades, but I'm not about to disclose what they are. And a lot of times when you see that there are 2 professors on something, generally it's like a research-based professor and then a practitioner from out in the world. And then there's the spring quarter. The first class is winning writing, which is taught by a former editor of the New York Times. And every week you go over a different style of writing, and he brings in all these guests to talk about, the style of writing and communication. So one week it's Andrew Ross Sorkin. Another week, Michael B. Jordan called me Drizzy. So that was fun. And then the final is you actually have to write an op-ed. And then he took my op-ed and submitted it to the New York Times and ended up getting published in the Times. The next one was Policy Practicum Alabama Innovation. So this was us in the business school, the law school, and the public policy school working together for the government of Alabama on their innovation strategy. So we talked with their legislators, we talked with a bunch of business people in Alabama, and then we actually went to Alabama to present it to the government. And here's a photo of me presenting to Secretary Condoleezza Rice, who we also did that class with because she is a professor at Stanford. Then you have growth and stabilization in the global economy. So this is another economics class. It's one of the distribution requirements. It was fine. Honestly, I love this topic. It was a pretty dry class. Online marketplaces. So these are thinking about, online marketplaces and how do they build the economic models and the data systems that keep them afloat. Global operations. This is your advanced supply chain class. You're talking about supply chain topics from around the world. And then strategy beyond markets. Strategy beyond markets is about the strategic decisions you have to make that don't involve the actual day-to-day business of the company. So think about like politics. Like if your business is affected by politics, or you're thinking about like community relations, or something beyond your core competencies, how do you build a strategy around it? So that was just the first year, and it was 21 courses, and the more fun year is the second year, and I'll post that in my next video.